And with the counteroffensive now in its second month, Russia too facing challenges of its own. For more, I can speak to our international affairs commentator, Douglas Herbert. Hello to you.
How are you, Will?
Doug, 3 weeks after this short-lived rebellion we saw in Russia, the Kremlin still weeding out people that it sees as disloyal.
Yeah, even in the best of times under Vladimir Putin's regime, there's a lot of paranoia. There's a lot of suspicion all over the place. There's a lot of chaos in the ranks, and there's a sense of sort of everyone is in their own corner, doing their own thing. So Putin is trying to present a front of cohesiveness and unity, but you're absolutely right that what the military has essentially been doing is, in the wake of this mutiny, is the term people have been using as sort of weeding out anyone who is seen as potentially disloyal during the mutiny, before the mutiny. And one of the top figures we spoke about early on was former commander in Ukraine, Sergei Surovikin, who had been removed from his, earlier this year, removed from that post. Now, he is someone who reportedly, or at least a suspicion is, that he knew about the mutiny and the planning, even if he wasn't directly actually involved in the coup, and actually, maybe under duress, who knows, issued a video calling on Prigozhin to stand down and Wagner forces to stand down. Surovikin, where is he? Well, he's one of these people who was detained, reportedly. He hasn't really been seen in public since. So he is perhaps direct casualty of this weeding out process. Someone who was seen as closer to Wagner than to Putin, actually friendly with Prigozhin. Another top officer, a guy named Colonel General Ivan Popov, he was removed from his post, but before doing so, he had basically criticized the military leadership of Russia and said that they had behaved in a treasonous way. And after his firing, he actually issued a video in saying that the only reason he had been fired from his command post was because he had spoken the truth to power. So there's really a sensitivity right now in the higher ranks of Russia's military and civilian leadership that they have to tiptoe. They can't. There's still a lot of sympathy for the Wagner fighters, for the mutiny itself, and a lot of recognition that there's a lot of criticism of the Russian military leadership. So it's a fine line between weeding out those seen as too chummy with Prigozhin, that is, i.e. too close to him, too critical of the Russian military leadership, without sort of, alienating the entire rank and file of the armed forces, many of whom are said to be, among them officers still, whose sympathies may lie a lot with Prigozhin still.